Everybody tells me, go ye and grind. It's due for you. You are a man. Everybody tells me, find out for yourself. These are weird times. Anywho, I thought I'd introduce that with a mashup of weird fishes. I want to say summation of hustle culture because it bothers me. I still think, actually, no, today I'm not so much at all weighted by the pressure of hustle culture. I've never, I mean, yeah, I've never hustled. I can't say. I've never actually held a real job. From the outside, I think it looks as though I may have. To a lot of people, I've always been earning my living. I've always, taking care of my finances and such. All the while, I try to engage in my artistry. Needless to say, the ups and downs have been extreme in my life, but I have observed so many men who did hustle, and I don't believe for a second that unhappiness is not the word here. I don't believe for a second that this is what was due for them. I mean, from the large perspective, karmically, yes, this is of course what was meant to happen, destiny. But I can't say that it was right. It was not correct action to hustle because there needs to be meaning, and meaning cannot exist in slavery. And the programming for the past thousands of years now, ever since the density begot planet Earth, the programming has been slavery, okay? And it's not just slavery beset upon us from outside, it's slavery we convinced ourselves of, on the inside. So this has been a sort of modus vivendi, right? Like I gotta do to do. I don't have to. It's not about doing from being. It's about doing to do, right? It's about selling your fire. And hustle culture is to me still this, and I think it is insanity more than ever to think in terms of hustle culture in a day and age of not only the internet, but a day and age of meditation being so widespread, a day and age of um, AI, needless to say, a day and age of feminism, dare I say. A lot of the times women are earning more money than guys. This is not to say that guys are not supposed to be the breadwinners. I still think that to a certain sense, the guy is supposed to be the breadwinner because it just feels good. It feels better for the guy to be the breadwinner than the woman. And I dare generalize that a lot of women would prefer like half a croissant if it is the guy that gets it for her than continental breakfast where it is she that pays for it. Um, yeah, so generalizations, but and you don't have to take it from me. I'm nowhere close to being traditional in any sense. I'm so outside of society in almost every way. I do feel for society. I have a lot of emotions in common with society, but I've always done what I wanted to do, and sometimes I have not been able to do that art-wise, work-wise. But things have always sort of been kept together, and I feel for the men who are stuck in jobs they hate. But not only that, I feel for the men who hustle from that being the sort of vantage or starting off point. I think there always should be meaning first. Meaning first. And this is why it's so difficult for people to do, because meaning first often means you have to take time out. You have to sit back and listen, maybe for years, before it comes to you what it is you really want to do. But it will be the correct action. Then you will attract the right family, you will attract the right woman, you will attract the right all have you. You can listen while you're doing what it is you're doing right now, right? So if I'm stuck in a dead-end job, which I partially am still, I'm still working freelance at the thing that I don't really, I mean, I enjoy it, but too often it is not what I want to be doing, right? And I'm not going to be doing it for too long. But so there is a listening to be had for me within that dead-end job, right? So as I'm doing it, I just take a step back in the slight frustrations that occur, or big frustrations. I take a step back and I just think, okay, what space is there for novelty, for actual meaning in this that is going to start, the American word, pivoting me towards correct action. And screw the description correct action, meaningful action, meaning first. Human design says that 70% of the world's population are generators, which means that they thrive on satisfaction. Satisfaction is the medicine for 70%, maybe.